In this question, we're being asked to find where f of x is continuous, and we're given a piecewise function that is this crazy rational function when x is not equal to 5, and simply the number 2 when x is equal to 5. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to factor the numerator and denominator just to figure out where the function is discontinuous, or just this piece is discontinuous. So I'm going to factor the top, that's going to be x minus 5 times x plus 1. The denominator factors into x minus 5 times x minus 2. So we have two discontinuities here. We have a discontinuity at x equals 5, and we have a discontinuity at x equals 2. This one's a whole because x minus 5 exists in the top and the bottom, and this is a vertical asymptote because x equals 2 exists only in the bottom. Automatically, because x equals 2 is a cause of vertical asymptote, I know there's no way in the world it's ever going to be continuous there. So x equals 2 is definitely a discontinuity. 5 is merely a potential discontinuity. And why is that? Well, like I said, x minus 5, because it exists in the top and the bottom, causes a hole. And that hole may be filled in by the value of x, or rather by the value of y that we defined at x equals 5. So let's see what happens. When I plug 5 into this expression, do I get 2? So let's plug in 5 here. 5 plus 1 is 6. 5 minus 2 is 3. 6 over 3 is indeed 2. So the hole that was created by x equals 5 on this graph gets filled in by this 2 here. And because of that, it's only discontinuous, let's say discontinuous only at x equals 2. And if we want to write that in interval notation, here's how we do this. We say negative infinity up to 2, union 2 to infinity. Everything else is fine except x equals 2. So to recap just real quick, x equals 5 caused a hole because the factor of x minus 5 occurred on the top and the bottom. When we cancel that, we're left with x plus 1 over x minus 2. We're plugging in 5 again just to figure out where that hole occurs. 5 plus 1, 5 minus 2 gives me 6 over 3, which is 2, and that gets filled in by this number here. If this had been a different number than 2, then that hole would not have been filled in, and it would have been a discontinuity.